Our focus now is on the featherweight division as we take a look at our Corona tale of the tape. Corona, who invites you to find your beach. Oscar Escandon, Tuxtla Nyambayar. You see that Escandon is 8 years older than Nyambayar. And look at the height difference, a 7-inch height difference, but the reach is identical. Ladies and gentlemen, here from Biloxi, Mississippi, Premier Boxing Champions now features 10 rounds in the featherweight division. Your referee in charge when the bell sounds is Keith Hughes. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He comes in wearing the black and the silver. As a professional, he's perfect. 9 bouts, 9 victories, 8 of those coming by way of knockouts. Fighting out of Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia by way of Los Angeles, California. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tuxtla Nyambayar. And across the ring, his adversary fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the yellow and the black. As a professional, his record stands at 25 wins, 17 of those coming by way of knockout against 3 losses. Hailing from Tolima, Colombia. He is the former world title challenger. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, presentando Oscar El Guerrero Escandon.
Come on, Todd. All right, fighters, you already given you instructions in the dressing room. Remind you, listen to me at all times, shake hands, good luck, and God bless.
It's our co-main event, Tuxtla Nyambayar against Oscar Escandon. You know the gentleman quite well that is in the corner of Escandon, Robert.
Yes, I do. You know, been in the gym with him the last 8 weeks. You know, he's did everything he had to do to be ready for this fight. You know, let the chips fall where they may now.
Escandon, trained by Robert's father, Ruben Guerrero. Oscar Escandon and Tuxtla Nyambayar looking to improve his record to 10-0. But he has Escandon to deal with. Ray Flores, Caleb Plant, alongside Jordan Hardy as well here in Biloxi, Mississippi on this Memorial Day weekend. Guys, I love the featherweight division, Caleb, because it is so fast, and 126, I think, is one of the most loaded divisions in all of boxing.
Absolutely, a lot of superstars, a lot of big names in the division. A lot of big matchups coming up, like we talked about, Mares and Santa Cruz, yeah. So, yeah, these guys could be a potential matchup for the winner of that, depending on who, you know, gets their hand raised tonight. Well,
last week, Gary Russell Jr., a very impressive performance over Joseph Diaz. You have a new champion with Josh Warrington. Is he upset? Lee Selby. Carl Frampton is still there as well as Nyambayar starting off. And look at the height difference, guys. 7 inches is the disparity between Nyambayar and Escandon.
Yeah, Nyambayar is throwing a good jab. You know, he's working that jab and picking his shots. He's going to work really early.
Absolutely. There's no secret tonight in who wants to do what. Of course, Escandon, he's going to want to get in the pocket and try to break Nyambayar down, and Nyambayar is going to want to be sticking and moving, you know, keeping distance between the two, trying to, you know, pick them apart.
You know, the one thing about both of these guys, Escandon and Nyambayar, they're both Olympians. You know, so they got that Olympian experience, and to see them come out and, you know, winner goes on from here, it's nice.
Definitely a good amateur pedigree.
Nice jab by Nyambayar. He's really mixing it in and varying his attack. He's trained by John Pullman. This is their second fight together. Before that, Nyambayar was with Joe Goosen, who's been in the corner with Diego Chico Corrales, John Molina, along with the Ruelas brothers, Gabriel and Rafael back in the day, Michael Nunn and Joel Casamayor.
I had done some work with Joe Goosen also.
Joe Goosen also, he was, and a big right hand, down goes Escandon, and they rule it a knockdown.
I mean, he got hit and fell, but it seemed as if he was just off balance. His right leg was a little too far behind his left leg, got hit with the right hand behind the head, you know, behind the ear, right on the ear, and, you know, sent him to the canvas. That's the 8 count.
And Escandon, this is a big round for him now, based on that knockdown. I think he's made an error, but again, we'll take a look back at it. And an uppercut that lands for Nyambayar as Escandon moves forward.
Yeah, Nyambayar started this round really good, boxing, mixing it up and down, changing his direction until he got caught with that shot, that knockdown.
Final moments of round one between Tuxedo Nyambayar and Oscar Escandon.
Time.
And here is a look at the knockdown in the opening round. Welcome back to PBC on FS1. Oscar Escandon dropping Nyambayar in the first. Guys, let's take a look back and revisit it. And there you see Escandon. We looked at it before the break, and it appeared as if it was a legitimate knockdown. So Keith Hughes probably called it correctly.
Yeah, he landed that overhand right, and it was right on the button. So, he did a great call.
Seems as if it was a bit of a balance issue involved in that. It didn't seem if it was hurt or stunned or anything. It just seemed to be off balance.
Escandon, when we asked him about dealing with the height difference, he said, I'm used to fighting guys that are taller than me. This is just another big guy that I have to chop down.
Nyambayar coming out doing the same thing he was doing in the first round, boxing well, good punch selection.
Do you think that a power puncher in Nyambayar, he was a silver medalist for Mongolia in 2012. Many people thought he was robbed of a gold medal, but that he's going to fight more erratically because of the fact that he's dealing with a 10-8, or do you think he'll still settle into his game plan?
I think it's just who he is. He came out the first round swinging just the way he came out this second round. He mixes them up very well, throws the body, comes back to the head. He comes with that straight right hand. He does a lot of good work in there.
This one's scheduled for 10. Greatly appreciate all of you joining us here on this Memorial Day weekend, and we thank those men and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice in all those United States. Those in our United States Armed Forces, we thank them so much for their tireless commitment to our great country. And Escandon and Nyambayar, looks like the feeling out process, guys, has dissipated, but Nyambayar is sticking with his fundamentals of the jab followed by the right hand.
Absolutely. There wasn't too much of a feeling out process to begin with, but these guys are standing toe-to-toe, not a whole lot of, feeling each other out, standing around, looking at each other. It's definitely an action-packed fight, so exciting for the fans and exciting for the crowd here tonight as well.
That's one of the nice things about these featherweights is, there's always action. The hands are flying, their speed combinations come in faster. And, these guys are really throwing some leg. You have Escandon who's throwing those big overhand rights, and then you got Nyambayar who's throwing nice body shots and with a lot of power on his punches.
And the fact that these guys are so quick. I mean, you look at coming up June 9th, you have after Mares Leo Santa Cruz.
Nice uppercut.
And that, oh my goodness, and down goes Escandon with the right hand.
Beautiful shot. He's been throwing that uppercut all night. He finally found a home for it right on the chin and did some damage with it.
There's a reason why just one guy has lasted the distance with Nyambayar. It's because of power like that. And now Nyambayar
sets him down again with the right hand.
The one thing that Escandon's doing wrong is he's getting up too fast. He's not taking the 8 count, so your legs are not 100% under you.
Nyambayar with 2 knockdowns of Escandon. 2 knockdowns, and now look at Nyambayar. Puts his hands on his knees as to invite Escandon in. As the face is reddened and bloodied of Oscar Escandon. Tuxedo Nyambayar putting Escandon twice here in round 2. Tuxedo Nyambayar putting Oscar Escandon not once but twice in the second.
Yeah, he caught him with that nice uppercut that put him down. And then he hit him with that straight right hand also that put him down for the second time.
And as we spoken in the last fight with Rosario and Justin DeLoach, Justin not taking that full time, what Robert Guerrero spoke on, Escandon getting right up. It's that warrior in him. The smartest thing to do would be able to take your time, take the 8 count and, ease your way back in. But of course with him, he gets right up and he's wanting to go back for more.
Well, Escandon is a fighter. That's point blank. I mean, he went ahead and he was stopped by Gary Russell Jr. when he challenged for the world title over a year ago. And he stated that he learned a lot in that fight. He actually pulled his back and was dealing with some injuries, but he said Russell was the better man. And right now, big right hand down.
Another right hand.
Escandon again. That sledgehammer right hand for Tuxedo Nyambayar. There's a reason why those that are behind Nyambayar feel he continues to look like this, it will certainly could very well come to fruition. A big right hand. Down goes Escandon for the 4th time in the fight.
Nyambayar is doing a great job of keeping this distance. Even though he knows he has him hurt, he's not jumping on him. He's not smothering himself. He's making sure he's keeping his distance, keeping him on the end of his punches, using his rock bats. Beautiful work. Another right hand.
What Escandon needs to do is tie him up just like that. Not let him get off.
Love the distance in Nyambayar. Love the distance.
And this one is over. Tuxter Nyambayar vanquishes Oscar Escandon here in the 3rd round. And my goodness, he continues to look impressive.
Very impressive. Fundamentals, very impressive distance. Even though he knows he had him hurt, he knows he wanted to get him out of there. He didn't jump on him and smother himself.
Yes, his hand speed and his power also were very impressive.
They believe that Tuxter Nyambayar can follow the blueprint of Sergey Lipinets, who became a world champion after just 13 fights.
Yeah, so he came, just took out an ex-champion. Escandon was in great shape. I seen him in camp all throughout the whole process, and he was ready for this fight. He got caught with a great shot. The one thing that he didn't do was he never took the 8 count. So once you get up, your legs are still rubbery. You need to be able to, stay down, take the 8 count, and then also tie up. But, being a warrior Escandon, he just came out and, wanted to keep fighting.
And the thing is with Nyambayar, he did not let Escandon off the hook. He continued to go back with that right hand, straight punches, did not get erratic. Everything was with pinpoint accuracy.
Absolutely methodical. He was in control, focused, zoned in. He didn't jump on him, smother himself, swinging for the fences, and that's a testament to, I think, his amateur pedigree.
Yes, everything was calculated. All his punches were right on point, especially when he had Escandon rocked. He knew what he wanted to do, and he knew how to set it up and land the perfect shot to put him back down.
We will come back and get the official time. Tuxter Nyambayar stops Oscar Escandon. PBC on FS1 returns right after this. Welcome back to PBC on FS1. Tuxter Nyambayar finishes off Oscar Escandon. Guys, let's revisit it and take a look at the power punching ability of the man known as King Tug. As you see, Tuxter Nyambayar, take a look back, and this was the knockout in round 1. But this is Nyambayar as he finished things off here in the 3rd.
Right hand, keeping his distance right on the end of his punches.
He was real sharp.
Another rock back right hand.
Real sharp on it. Calculated a nice right hand right down the pipe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 1 minute, 18 seconds of the 3rd round for your winner by way of knockout and still undefeated.